Welcome back, Healthy Club fans. Picture this. You're getting ready for an intense workout or a big game. You've got your gear on, you've done your warm-up, and now you drop into that familiar routine, stretching. We've all heard the advice. Stretch before exercise to prevent injuries. But does stretching really work that way? And if it does, how long do those benefits actually last? Let's break it down. What happens when we stretch? There are two main types of stretching. First, dynamic stretching, controlled, repetitive movements that take your joints and muscles through a range of motion. Second, static stretching, holding a muscle in one position for a set amount of time, usually to target a specific area. Imagine holding a hamstring stretch for 30 seconds. We often think of it like pulling a rubber band. But muscles aren't just elastic, they're viscoelastic. That means they not only spring back, but they also adapt temporarily to being stretched. Inside the muscle. Your muscles are wrapped in layers of protective tissue, connected to bones by tendons. These tissues are filled with proteins like collagen and elastin, which let them lengthen slightly under tension. Zoom in further and you'll find sarcomeres, tiny units inside muscle fibers that contract to create movement or relax to allow stretching. When you stretch, these sarcomeres lengthen, making the muscle more flexible, at least for a short while. How long does it last? Here's the catch. That extra flexibility, it only lasts about 10 minutes if you stop moving. If you keep using those muscles, like during a workout, the heat and activity help maintain that range of motion for longer. But once you rest, the muscle gradually returns to its original state, building lasting flexibility. So, how do you make these changes permanent? Your body adds new sarcomeres to muscles that are regularly stretched. Over time, this lets you stay strong at greater lengths. The key is consistency. At least 10 minutes of stretching a day for about 2 months. And remember, it's safer to break your stretches into shorter holds instead of forcing one long, intense stretch. There's also a brain factor. Frequent stretching raises your pain threshold so you can stretch further without discomfort. Risks and misconceptions. Flexibility isn't always the answer. If you're too flexible, you can actually move your joints beyond safe limits. And for some activities like long-distance running, stretching might not protect you from the most common injuries because those movements use a limited range of motion. The takeaway. Stretching can improve mobility, reduce your risk of certain injuries, and make you feel more prepared for activity, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. The best stretching routine for you depends on your sport, your lifestyle, and your goals. So whether you're preparing for a game, recovering after a workout, or just improving your overall movement, remember, stretching is most effective when it's consistent, balanced, and tailored to your needs. Don't forget to subscribe now if you want to live longer and healthier.